Hello, hello. I hope everyone can hear me. Just putting my watch back on. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Oh, let me turn this just a little. Welcome back to the live stream, the daily live stream, and for newbies, new viewers, welcome. Every day. I have been doing this since Christmas. And I'm just going to keep answering questions to help people sleep better, help people feel better about kind of getting through what's going on, staying calm, that sort of thing. And my lamp is acting up. But anyway. And turn this just a tiny bit, and we're good to go. We usually spend about the first 10 minutes. I ask for questions, unless there are some good ones left over from yesterday, like today. What's in the bowl? Which bowl? This? It's a pumpkin. Eyes here and a mouth there. Oh, you mean this bowl? That is salt and sage. You just moved it off the computer. I didn't quite understand. I'm sorry. But I'll go back later and have a look at the chat so I can better understand what you were asking of me. Pen. Oh, look at that. Okay. We have questions left over from yesterday. I think it was your drink. Oh, yeah, it's just Diet Pepsi. Yes, it has ice in it. Sorry. Yeah. I haven't had my protein shake yet. I just got out of the shower. The joys of not having to show my face on camera, because yeah, my hair's wet. So okay, March. For today, the big thing is reading on Super Tuesday. For tomorrow, that's going to be the big question. And like I said, for anyone new, we usually spend the first, right now we're at about 3 minutes. We're probably going to spend the first another maybe 7 minutes, hopefully tops, working, people asking questions and me writing things down and us figuring out what we are going to do today. I also want to thank everybody. Oh my gosh. When I said go pester Cash, wham, it's like before I even got the time stamping done, I got the comment from him. It was like, yeah, I downloaded the book, thanks. And I was like, oh my gosh. So thank you for that. Thank you for letting him know. And I think I need to say for the record that I have this thing where I really like people. And even though I'm going to tilt this down a little, even though I am kind of an introvert, it's only individuals who are jerks. In general, I like people, and everybody has good and bad in them, and everybody is, even just astrologically speaking, one of the great things about astrology is it says that everybody's different, and everybody should be a little different, because we all have our own. It's the blending of it all that is going to help, bring the best energy into the world. But I also, every day I put on my spiritual hazmat suit here. And here, I'm going to get my cards. I put on my spiritual hazmat suit here, and I read on politicians, which are just some of the worst politicians in the history of our country. And it's icky, and the energy's icky. And so when I meet somebody who is, or I'm around somebody who is using their power for good, and they're doing the right thing. They're good people. I tend to be a little like, good person using good energy and being really enthusiastic, and they're like, whoa, am I being love bombed? Am I being manipulated? It's like, no, actually, I don't mean to say it, sorry. And as far as like love bombing you and manipulating and isolating you from others the way that sociopaths do and narcissists do, it's like, actually, to be totally honest, I've got stuff to do. But you're great. You're absolutely great. I need you to know how great you are. Please keep fighting the good fight. So anyway, I responded to Akash's comment, and his response seemed a little bit like, whoa, and I'm used to that. So, but I just, if you're a good person, I'm all over. I want to support you. I want to encourage you. I want to make you understand just how, reinforce how great you are. So, all right, looking at, that was an unusual thing. So I'm just going to scroll back here. I liked the question about free lunches for children. Free school lunches is a very good question. The idea there's no such thing as a free lunch. No, it comes from taxpayers. And believe me, I would rather my tax money was going to pay for children's lunches than the CDC canceled their press conference. Deb Z was saying. The Orange Fiora was supposed to visit the CDC. I thought that they were I saw a headline that they were about to do some kind of declaration about an emergency or something like that. Hello, Elizabeth. Aloha, everyone. I'm just scrolling back. I started painting my laundry room this morning. Loris, good luck with that. We have to read on Cuccinelli. His orders have been vacated. Will any stand? I've got to look that up. I don't remember who Cuccinelli is. Which makes me a little bit crazy because Ken Cuccinelli, acting director of United States Citizenship and Immigration Services. Yuck. Is also the acting Deputy Secretary of Homeland Security and was appointed the acting Principal Deputy Director of Citizen Immigration. Ooh, him. His orders have been vacated. I don't know what that means. But that's worth looking up. Immigration. Cuccinelli. Orders vacated. Could he orders vacated? Just that doesn't. Unfortunately, I don't think that means he has to vacate office. Cuccinelli. I'm just reading through. How will the White House react? Harry's mom is asking. To the Cuccinelli issue? Okay, there's the school lunch question. Astrology also says that everyone is normal to themselves. Why, baby? That is very wise. Will Pete and Steyer supporters go to Biden? Now, there's a good question. All right. Pete. Steyer. Supporters go to Biden. All right, just have a few more seconds here. Get rid of Citizens United. Yes, please. in the short term, 1 to 4 years. Will whomever Obama endorses be the Democratic nominee? Honestly, Sunflower, my understanding is he's not actually going to endorse anybody until the convention, or maybe like after the convention. He's not endorsing. He's just going to support whoever the final candidate in. It would be a very boring world if we were all the same. I think Pete will have a great future. I was very impressed by him, Lourdes is saying. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. That's an interesting question, Fudge. Trump's higher crown chakra. Oh, that should be interesting. Open, closed, missing. They wouldn't be missing, but... Okay, and I've got plenty of questions here. Just skimming through. Sorry if I don't mention yours. Okay, and I honestly don't want to read on Warren. To be honest, Kathy, I haven't been reading on the candidates, like how the candidates are going to do, because it's very divisive, and this is very much a resistance space rather than a anything to divide the resistance. Oh, Supreme Court. Okay, so we have enough. All right, I've caught up. We've got enough. We are 12 minutes in. Okay, let's do some readings. Okay, we're going to start with free school lunches. So I'm going straight for the Halloween deck because this is the nicest and most fun deck. And it may not seem important, but it's very important. It's very, very important that we need to feed the kids. The fact that there are kids hungry in this country makes me crazy. That is one of the reasons why 10% of all income that I get from this channel, gross, before any expenses, 10% of any income here or on Google or on Patreon goes to Feeding America, which supplies food banks all over the U.S. for hungry people and hungry kids. So, all right, and I think I can unplug that so it'll be a little quieter. We have no excuse for children going hungry. I agree, Deborah. Tax account. Okay, we're good. Thank you, Llama. Okay, free school lunches. Are there going to be free school lunches in the U.S.? Are there going to be free school lunches in the U.S.? Helping kids take action. This is the Ace of Wands. This is taking action, taking initiative. Yeah, it's a good this. We've talked about No Child Left Behind. We've definitely been leaving some children behind, and that's just wrong. Heartbreak. It's so hard for them, and they're hungry, and it gives them behavioral issues because they're hungry and they're grumpy and they're not developing properly. And I'm biased on this, but I'm asking to see. Ooh. There's a chance. I'm feeling The thing about this Queen of Bats in the Halloween deck, I don't know if you can see this, she has this little tiny pumpkin around her neck. That's actually holding her cloak closed, I think. But pentacles are, the pumpkins are pentacles, and pentacles, that's money. And it's like in all of our budget and all of our difficulties the U.S. is having financially, it really, in the grand scheme of things, would cost very little, and it would do so much good. And this, there's a real possibility. Let me see if I can find out any more information. That would be so great. That would be so great. In my school district in New York State, every child gets free breakfast and lunch. Justice for Aaron. Oh, that's great. That is great. That is how it should be. Children are far too important. It's causing real worry. Very upset parents, very unhappy, scared parents. Guilty, feeling guilty. And then when the kids are at school, they're among other kids, and there's such a divide between those who have enough to eat and those who don't. And they should be equal. They should. I'm sorry, they just should. But this is taking action. This is taking action, but this is, the wands are also, it's fire signs. So it's taking initiative, it's taking action, but there's also a certain, like, pushback. But on the whole, it feels like there's something, he's reaching out, there's some money there to do something like that. There's a possibility, if not federally, then state by state by state by state, like a big push for it. Gosh, I hope so. Gosh, I hope so. Let me see if there's anything more to be had. Is it state by state? Is it federal? Is it, because we want children to have enough to eat. And sometimes families aren't able to really provide, which is just appalling. I don't know who was calling me, but there you go. Sorry about that. Somebody just tried phoning me at random. I have no idea who that was. Sorry about that. Okay, I always had snacks in my health room for them, Marion. Bless you. Bless you and thank you. Thank you. Time to put money where their mouth is. SAS 78. That is fantastic. Yes. Okay, so it's there's a chance, but there's a lot of pushback. So it's like a little amount is like really clear, but like a bigger child care, helping and all that kind of stuff, it's like there's a lot more pushback. Colorado is also a free supplies. Children do not have to buy any supplies. There you go. My sister's a school social worker. She always has available snacks for the kids. Bless. Our teachers are our heroes. Yes, Marion. Seriously. Oh. I'll start making food bags. See if there's a group in Chicago. Kids need it. Bless you, Christina. Seriously, thank you so much. You guys are good. You are good people. So, let's see if there's one last check, just because this is very important. See, this is the illusion and delusion, but it's also like a plan. But this is the plan being put into place. This is also the card of the merchant. So it might be companies getting involved as well. Like some kind of national push. But as far as the federal government, I don't know. And that the energy there is more... But there's definitely some kind of push. That's good. So that is very good news. Okay. Super Tuesday. Time to read on Super Tuesday. It is 21. Right on those. Okay, Super Tuesday. Special snack bags for the kids. I'm actually, I'm an emotional little thing, and I'm feeling, I'm almost kind of tearing up a little bit seeing some of these comments going by on people doing so much to help others, doing so much to help kids, and thank you so much. It's really touching, and it is so good to see good people in the world. So thank you. Thank you for that. I always, I am such a, once you get past the outer shell, I'm such a gush, emotional gush inside that I actually have to have all these kind of things in place to like protect me. These rules and guidelines I live by, and 10% of charity is, it has to be an established charity, because I absolutely want to put money toward charity, but I also have to be really careful, because if I start helping people personally or doing things like that, I won't have enough money for rent. So anyway, all right, let's look at Super Tuesday at, this is now 23. So how's it going to go tomorrow? Is it going to go well? Are there going to be disruption? It is going to be a late night, just because California has so many delegates, and with the time difference with the East Coast and the West. So try to get a nap where you can. Super Tuesday. Oh, emotions. It's going to be very emotional. Very emotional. Because it's like you need 1,991 delegates to get the nomination, and there are something like 1,300 up for grabs tomorrow. Yikes. Okay, very emotional. In the past, we've had new people. We've had new people get in. This is sometimes the card of the spy, which is why you have these little binoculars in here, and a little camera, and little spy glasses and things like that. But what this is, it's like a vanguard. It's like Pete Buttigieg going out, and it's like, how far can a happily married man who is openly gay, how far can he get in the presidential nomination? And no one thought he would do as well as he did. And, well, not no one. There are a lot of people that didn't think he'd get as far as he did, and it's good to see he did get as far. You know, the fact that he had to drop out, I could be wrong, but I kind of get the sense it has more to do with just policy. It's not, it's more his policies than the fact that he's gay. So, center of the reading. Oh, goodness. Are we really this, I mean, if we're really this upset about Super Tuesday, I must be perhaps I'm an outlier, because I just, thank you, Deborah. Thank you. I must be the outlier because I'm not very stressed about tomorrow. I mean, I know which way personally, which way I'm kind of leaning, but as long as there's actual voting and you know, that's all I want, just so it's not messed with and people can vote. So, but there's the stress level is, you know, up through the roof. Base of the reading. This is the base of this is the Republicans who very much had their time in the sun in 2016, where you know, we thought Hillary was going to win, and not only did she not win, but we lost. You know, we lost so much, and boom, House, Senate, President, all Republican. So that's the base of this. That's what's gonna, it's motivating a lot of people to get involved in the primaries as well as the final vote. And Democrats kind of wanting to do something about that on the possibility of new terms, new 4-year term for the president, new 6-year term for the senators. It's like, oh, yeah, we want to do something about that. Fair enough. That's what voting's for. Near future. Okay, it feels like at the polls themselves, it's going to be quite positive, so that's good. This is the near future, so this is like tomorrow morning, and you know, sort of during the day. So it's just, I think overall gonna be positive. People choosing and people getting along. We like it. We like it. And ghosts are cups, and cups are what come up for me for Democrats. Okay. Home environment. That feels like the candidates going quiet, which makes sense. Everybody waiting. A hush fell over the country. Waiting. Who would it be? Who would it be? That's what that feels like. Hopes and fears. Oh, look at that. I mean, that is they're looking for huge, you know, voter turnout in the states that have a primary tomorrow. They're just overflowing with, you know, this is good. This is good. What we see. Oh, guess what / who we see? The orange clown. That's what we see. Final outcome. And this is not necessarily who's going to come out ahead tomorrow. I'm more trying to get a sense of the atmosphere in the country. Are things going to be messed with? Is it, I'm not reading on who's going to win. Oh, there's going to be delay. There's going to be, it feels like there's going to be some kind of failure of counting or reporting or something, but then Trump and Republicans step in and they say, haha, see, the Democrats can't even do. Yeah, because there's so many primaries tomorrow. Are they also voting on Trump tomorrow? Yes and no. I mean, South Carolina canceled their primary the other day. So, but it's during the day, this feels very positive, very good. But then it's not huge. This isn't like overwhelming the reading. Actually, the strongest cards energetically are these near future cards. But let me ask a bit more about this, because that looks like a small problem, where as Democrats we're like, they'll sort it out. It's not horrible. It's, you know. And of course the news media wants to know right then, and it's like, well, you can't always have that. South Carolina is way different autumn. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so let's hear more about this. Is that trouble reporting? Is there a delay? Is kind of what's going on here? For Super Tuesday 2020. Structural. Everything's in place. Everybody's ready. This energy so far, I've got 2 more cards here, but this energy so far feels very much like this. This is the people going out and voting, and this is the establishment of things being set up so everyone can vote in the primaries. Fair enough, fair enough. Okay, but what are these final 2 cards? More of the same. It's not going to be that bad. I've got, let me just re-fan these out. Harry's mom saying I just printed out my primary ballot. Great to hear. All right, so this actually all goes together. So it's not going to be that bad. It's more going to be, I think somebody, I don't know who, somebody might challenge some totals. As for recount kinds of things, which just gives Republicans an opening to, you know, Fox News has to talk about something, because they're not talking about anything Trump's actually doing. And whatever this is that whoever it is complaining about, it sows seeds of discord. Sowing seeds of discord in the race. Sowing seeds, discord in the race. Is this really bad? Is this grief? Or is this a tempest in a teacup? Somebody's disappointed. Somebody's not happy. And the fear is that it's strengthening Trump and Republicans. Okay, so I think we should expect some kind of glitch. Well, not even glitch. It's just demanding a recount, or demanding, or, you know, have things looked at again. Maybe it might just be a delay. That feels like they're going to sort it out. Yeah, there's going to be some tumult is the word that's coming to mind. So, but it's going to be okay. It really is. Between here and July, there probably is going to be some tumult. Emotions are running very high. So that is what is going on there. Okay, we are at about 35, so let's look at, will Buttigieg and Steyer supporters go to Biden? Will Pete and Steyer's supporters go to Biden? goodness, the phone's going crazy today. Will Pete Steyer supporters go to Biden? Well, you don't have to open your psychic senses to feel that Biden's feeling better about things. Some, most, is kind of what that feels like, but let's look at the cards more specifically. Feels like most, but not all. Few stragglers. Well, people feeling disappointed that their favorite candidate had to drop out, fair enough. And then this is supporters from other sides trying to convince them, kind of like we saw at the caucuses, especially in like Iowa, or a little bit in Nevada, sorry, where if there wasn't enough, if they didn't have enough, then people, representatives from Biden or Bernie's groups would go and try to talk to them. Higher wisdom. This is going with the bigger plan. I think most. And even some independents saying, okay, this is one of these two or Trump, it's kind of the way they're looking at it. So maybe I'll do that. And this is for the presidency. Actually, that doesn't, it's nice. It's nice to pick up an Emperor card and it not feel like Trump. Not feeling Trump is always a good day. Amy Klobuchar dropped out? When? Did that just happen? My phone's in the other room. Oh, just now Klobuchar dropped out. Huh, okay. Will Klobuchar supporters go to Biden? Amy's definitely going to Biden. Not seeing Trump would be heavenly, wouldn't it? Klobuchar, yep. They hate Trump. Okay, wherever she's pointing, the wisdom, the owl, sign of wisdom. All right, let's go there because King of Imps, such Trump as a man, and her voters, they can't stand Trump as a person, let alone as a king, emperor, Führer, whatever. Okie dokie. So that was actually Pete Steyer and Amy. There's some people saying that they want Warren to stay in longer because she might be siphoning off some vote from Sanders. She endorsed Biden. There we go. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, so let's look at, all right, I looked at, a quick look here. Oh, well, that's interesting. While I'm stuck looking at Trump. Not stuck, I mean, I'm glad to do this, but why is Tulsi running? Tulsi has horrible energy. All right, I probably should just ask. And then I've got other questions here. Why? She has terrible energy. Terrible energy. Like, ugh. Why is Tulsi still running? Why is Tulsi still running? got the Judgment card there. Decision. Kind of things being unsettled. She's not among the Democrats, like certainly the Democratic Party establishment, but also among a lot of Sanders and Warren supporters. She's not welcome. It's like, okay, well, there you are. Well, that's good. Good for you. But it's not a, yeah, sure, great, join. It's more like a, and it's just this decision. It's very shaky, and it has. This actually feels like walking away. Decision to walk away because things look so shaky, but she's I'm my own person. I won't be bowed. I won't. The Judgment card feels. She feels the slang term for it is judgy. Do you know anybody who's judgy? It's like they're constantly judging others. Everything you do, they're judging. And yeah, I don't, she's not going to have much of an effect. The scales are not, she's not able to balance scales out. Yeah, my sister-in-law, yeah, judgy. She voted no comment on impeachment, yeah. Her energy's terrible. Yeah, she's she's got her own way of looking at the world. How about that? Yeah, we'll just leave it at that. All right, so at 43, let's look at, Trump's crown chakra. This will be hysterical. I can already tell. This is going to be funny. Let's look at Trump's crown chakra at his I'm not looking at his lower chakras. That's not happening. Crown, third eye, throat, heart. How about that? This should be fun. Something different. Something different. I'm going to move this just a little. Must we? Oh, you asked. Okay. Make some space here. Crown, third eye, throat chakra, heart chakra. 3 cards for each. Whew. Trump would think his crown chakra is an actual crown. Yes. Does Trump have a crown chakra? Surprisingly, I think there's something there. She's her own party. Yeah. Okay. Trump's crown chakra. If it's possible for me to hear my guides laughing, they're laughing now. Trump's third eye. Trump's throat chakra. And Trump's heart chakra. Card for the reading. Yes, I'm sure they'll all be bright and clear and warm. Crown chakra. It's all about him. This is the major arcana card of me, myself, and I. This is the person who can take charge, who has agency, who acts. And if it was anybody else, I would say, okay, maybe perhaps using that energy from the collective to, no, this is me, myself, and I. Oh gosh, I'm gonna have that G-Eazy song stuck in my head. Oh well. Me, myself, and I, the guides, his guides, and family spirit on the other side, just like, he just walks right past them, just oblivious. Just a little sad for them. And trying to find other ways to communicate, but it comes out as they're like, look at the expression on this little guy's face right here. If you can see that, it's kind of a, what is the, okay, that's not really what we said, but okay. Yeah, okay. This is me, myself, and I. Third eye. He actually, it's not, his third eye is not always closed. He can pull in just enough energy, pull in from others, from around himself. It's like every once in a while. So, but unfortunately, he uses that ability for his own good, to amass wealth and to amass people are going to be loyal to him. And this Eight of Pumpkins is not a card I would want to see for someone's third eye unless, they were, really involved in charity work. Do you know what I mean? These highest chakras, they're not so much about yourself. They're more about making, they're really about seeing the collective, reaching the collective, figuring out how you can best contribute in a way that, will help you so you can pay your rent, but also is going to help others. So his throat chakra, which I would expect to be fairly strong just because he talks so much and he's a Gemini. Yeah, this is healthier. I'm not saying it's healthy. His energy is tar and smog. But this is healthier. This is him as a person. He's able to go to rallies, be a messenger at rallies, and get his little message across. But again, notice right there, it's him. Him. Okay, heart chakra. This should be good. Deborah saying, as the Buddhists say, this is a teachable moment in our history. Oh, heart chakra. Who's surprised? Guess what this card is? It's the me, myself, and I full with lies and deception and grossness, and I just felt my own base chakra just like recoil, like ugh. And when he wants something, he goes after it, but also when he's angry, he's not nice about it. So this is actually the grossest of his four chakras here. And I'm not looking at the other three. That's not happening. So it's me, myself, and I am my best messenger. And if you get hit back twice as hard. And lying to everybody around him. Yeah. Oh, that was interesting. Excuse me. Oh, I was gonna sneeze. Sorry. I'm gonna put my microphone off. I'm gonna put my microphone off to the side here for a minute so I can. Sorry, I get allergies. So hang on just a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Okay. NBC News is reporting that autumn is out. It's the sulfur gas autumn. I love you guys. Thank you, Stephen. That was funny. Allergic to Trump. Yeah. Seriously, his energy field, it's tar and smog. Allergies and you're not allergic to cats? Cynthia, strangely enough, I am not. I'm allergic to dust. Autumn, you have an episode every time you enter his energy. Yikes. My son is allergic to cats and has one anyway. Okay. I have an episode every time I ever enter his energy. I hope that doesn't mean I'm... I hope that's not a bad thing. But yeah, his energy's awful. So's Tulsi's. But not as bad as his. Yuck. Okay. So we looked at that. Let's look at... So is Cuccinelli, he's supposed to leave? Actually, Nancy, that's one thing I want to know. I want to read on Trump's spirit guides. I know we're going heavily esoteric today, but Trump's spirit guides. I just got a pain in my throat. He is, a lot of the stuff he's doing is, it's fated in the sense that, like I've talked so much about Pluto, the plow, and transit plowing through Capricorn. It entered Capricorn in 2008 and it will be there until 2024. But in Pluto kicking up the ugly, plowing the field of all things Capricornian, I just made up a word. It goes through a sign, it always finds the biggest, ugliest rock it can find of that nature and brings it to the surface so we can clear out the gunk from around whatever that is. And he is the biggest, ugliest rock that Pluto could find. So he is the manifestation to some extent of what needs to be done with Pluto in Capricorn, but he's still making choices. Okay, Trump's guides. Well, I'm getting a mix. This feels like it's a mix of guides, and strangely enough, there are even some people who are relatively new as guides, which would be like a really strange. I would have thought that this would be, really only for really experienced guides who could handle the ick. But this feels like some kind of newbies going in at the deep end. I am getting that it's an honor to be a guide, and it is an honor to be a guide, even if it's for, if it's for the greater good in the long term. And there are also some very wise guides there who are keeping an eye on things, but it almost feels like they're more keeping an eye on things rather than really listen. He's not listening to them. And I'm getting at no, like, it's almost like they're saying, no, he doesn't listen to us. No. But they try to put things in his path, or try to keep other things out of his path. And there's only so much he can do. There's only so much they can do. Because this was Trump was just he's a product of the energy. And the energy, the current of the energy, it brought him to the forefront. But they're not, a lot of guides, I picture our guides and every person, this is how I picture it. I'm not saying this is how it is, but it's like you have your physical body, and then there's like a ceiling above you, and there's a hole cut in the ceiling. And because straight out of your crown chakra, straight up, is a connection, an energetic connection cord that goes up to a huge ball of energy that's just kind of hovering above that. It's actually hovering up slightly above that hole. And that's your higher self. And then I picture guides being on this, like that what to us is a ceiling, to them is a floor. And for some reason, it always looks to me like, I was surprised when, do you remember the movie Thor? When that came out, and the bridge, that shimmery kind of multicolored bridge, I saw that in the movie, and it was like, that's kind of how I picture the floor, and it's infinite. And the guides, it's like that's their level, and they go and they come and go from there as they're needed, and it's almost like they kind of watch down. Can I keep an eye on things, or shout down messages, or do what they can. And I that's how I picture it. But when I think of Trump's, you've got Trump, you've got above him, you've got the open space, and there are a lot of guides, crowds and crowds. They're trying to deal with the energy itself. They're not talking to him. Like my guides, I get the feeling sometimes they're almost like, some of them like sit on the edge of the hole, and they like with their legs dangling down, and they're just kind of sitting there, kind of swinging their legs, like, so, you kind of swing your feet, and they're just kind of, if they have something they can contribute, they'll tell me, they'll like say it. And every once in a while they've had something really important to tell me, and they'll like shout it, or what have you, and then they kind of like, oh, that was fun, So, but they're right there. And but above Trump, they're manipulating large amounts of energy because of his position. But they're not talking directly. They're not talking to him. He doesn't. Forget it. And the energy they're manipulating, it's not infinite. like I said, there are crowds. There are a lot of, surprisingly large number of people, spirits there. But they're not, it's like, it's almost like they're saying, wait a second, don't overblow this. He doesn't have that much power. He's just a man, and he's in a position of power. But if you ever do this kind of work, if you ever read on people, if you start reading on celebrities, I mentally, like when I kind of reach out my energy, because I read on all different kinds of things, but on the times I've read on celebrities, you go to there, and it's almost like they have like protectors around that hole above them, where they can connect between themselves and their higher self. And they're these like black, like stone guardians. And certainly around a lot of celebrities, because people are thinking about them and talking about them and what have you, the energy currents around them start getting really chaotic and really powerful. And some of them end up kind of going off the rails, because there's such an influx of energy from other people who have strong opinions for and against, or sexual fantasies, or want to do business with them, or want money from them, or whatever, that it's, so you got to read on them. And sometimes I in my mind's eye, I like go up to that like level of above them, and I'm like, I know it's just picturing it in my mind, but it just seems to work. It just seems to work. I go to one of their guides, or their guardians, someone who's there, who's supposed to be there, and all I say is, hi, I just kind of wanted to just have a look, but I sending a prayer. I just want to send down positive energy, and then I'm gonna leave. So, and usually if I do that, then it feels like the guardians are like, okay, that seems okay. You can do that. But it's chaotic, and it's chaotic around Trump, but it's not nice. It's not nice energy like you get around like popular celebrities. The energy, I've never read on Keanu Reeves, but that just popped into my head because he's very popular, and it's like, yeah, the energy around him, it's okay. But he's very famous, and you can tell if you reach your energy, you reach your energy out to someone, wherever they are, time, space, doesn't matter. They're going to have energy, and some people are they handle it quite well, and other people really, really don't. Because they don't know how to handle all of that stuff that's going on in the astral, in the spirit, on the spiritual side. So they've got all those currents of energy. Anyway, so that's what I'm getting. I saw something about, just quickly, someone mentioned that Sienna said that the White House ghosts mess with him. Yeah, I did a 2-part reading on that. It's somewhere. I can't remember what number it was, a video, but I read on the White House ghosts as well, and that was really interesting. It was really interesting, especially how the founding fathers, they've like formed their own kind of, their like energy has like come together to form this, to help the kind of thought form that is the United States. And you can separate them out, but they're working together. They've melded a lot of their energy together. And Abraham Lincoln is actually, I felt like he's like a cornerstone of the spirit of America, the spirit of Washington, D.C., the spirit of, and I was like, oh, well, I guess he's just a part of this. And it was almost like he kind of walked out of it and was like, no, I'm here. it's like, oh, okay, okay. But then he gives that stability. And then, yeah, I think other readers have mentioned this, but I absolutely got JFK in his pajamas, stretched out on the couch in the Oval Office, and just being one of the, those Kennedys. I mean, they were always pranking each other and, being rambunctious boys and men, and he definitely has been, if not, yeah, it kind of feels like the ringleader as far as messing with Trump. But a lot of it's been so serious there that there are others who were like, okay, we should do something else. This isn't really working. And by the way, George Washington, he not a prankster. His Washington is not. He is no offense, George, but by our standard and our way of thinking, he was a great man. A little humorless, so. Okie doke. Franklin was the trickster. Yes, Franklin. Yes. I don't actually feel him around. Benjamin Franklin. It kind of feels like he might, but it's like he's off doing something else. He's such an eternally curious. What's over here? What's over there? What happens if? And it's almost like he's far afield. Oh, what's over there? What's this? What's that? So I don't know. Anyway, but thank you so much for being here today. This is great. I really enjoy this. Thank you so much to the moderators. This is absolutely not possible without you. And I will go back and look at your questions, and we'll cover more stuff tomorrow. And just hang in there, okay? All right. And we're going to get through this. We will. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. And have a great, great day. I'll see you tomorrow. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.